Hello and welcome to Car Cave USA. You're here with Chris. We're going to do a walk around on a 95 Land Rover Defender 90, 300 TDI manual transmission. And our website is carcaveusa.com. Phone number is 803-262-4742. If you need any financing, just reach out. We have a few lenders we work with. We'll get you hooked up before they run your credit too. So we'll go over options and kind of qualifications and things like that. So highly recommended. And bear with me, I've been doing a lot of videos, was out of the country for a while and still jet lagged. So we're gonna go over this. It'll make sense, I swear. We'll run everything down. I'm knowledgeable on Defenders. As you see, we have a ton of them. We go through and sell a significant amount. We have a good inventory. Do a lot of Defenders, so it's one of our specialties, so we're well versed in them. So this should be a cakewalk for me today. Yeah, so 300 TD5 TDI. See, now I said it should be a cakewalk. Screw up. 5-speed transmission. It's the R380. It does have a new clutch, new hydraulics, LOF. It's the power clutch kit, HD fork in there, rear main seal, resurfaced flywheel. So we did that here in house. Went through the front axle, old Man Emu springs. You have new shocks. Starting on the front end here, it was painted when we purchased it overseas. So paint was done by the previous owner in France. It's the Coniston, probably not pronouncing that right, green on black accents. So the best way to do this is start with the front end here. And what are you looking at? You have a LED headlight upgrade, a worn XR or VR10 winch with synthetic rope. You have a tubular front winch bumper. You have skid plates down here, and you can see peeking out a new stabilizer, new springs. It rides well. You do have AC. You can see the condenser in the grill, the Heritage grill, and the old school style placard. You have a gloss finish headlamp finisher, the Defender logo on the front of the hood, and you have a Puma bonnet. Small things that we like to do, replace the hinge pins with these stainless steel ones so they don't rust, and then went with the CNC door hinge on the side. So the painted ones rust after a while. It's kind of a preventative measure. We put those in here at our shop. You have a plus 50 millimeter wide fender flare here. Brand new set of BFG 285 65 R16 all-terrain KO3s. If you like the white letters out, we can flip them. We did go through the front axle. We have a huge workup. There's over 40 grand worth of recent work on this car. So since it's been stateside between mechanical and upgrades, that included AC, putting the safety devices, roll cage in. I can't forget about the snorkel over there. Gives it a good look. If you want to go traverse this thing underwater, it is also capable because it's a diesel, so you don't have to worry about electronics on it. As long as you don't get the fuse blocked, they're usually pretty settled and you don't suck in water. Side, you have mud flaps. You have your Fire and Ice Masai 4x4 step bars, front and rear mud flaps, and you have a side exit exhaust, which is a little bit unique. We'll get a shot of the paintwork. Your bulkhead, the top's new, so it's seen a little bit of road use and probably a rainstorm or two, but that's about it. We installed it and bought it new once it was stateside. Same with the rear seats. You can see the spot welds down the side, which are important. You have a rear NAS step bumper, 2-inch receiver. So you can tow light with these. They're not crazy towers, but you can put a little bit of load behind it in a small trailer. We've done it, gone over the road. This is what they call a heavy-duty hood stick, and it goes down to the chassis here, up at the driver compartment, and is extra support. So it takes the place of what would be your soft top frame, what the British call hood sticks. But Safety Devices is the same company that was approved by the NHSTA to do the roll cages for the North American spec, like the yellow one there. That is a Safety Devices cage. They were the OEM part supplier to Land Rover. Let's see, going inside, like I said, there's a lot here. We're almost 5 minutes in. You can tell turn signal stock has been replaced here. You have these aluminum CNC pulls, which the little CNC things kind of add up. You wouldn't suspect it, but after a while, same with the HVAC. You have new visors up top, a Momo leather steering wheel, Land Rover branded. It has 128,000 kilometers, so 80-something thousand original miles. We kicked some sand and taking pictures outside, so I apologize we didn't get it cleaned back out for the video. But also, cars are meant to be driven, so there's that. When you drive it, the mat is easy to clean out because this is a molded mat system on top of sound deadening, so keeping sound from entering the vehicle and some of the heat coming off the motor. It'll keep it cooler up here. You do have an under dash AC kit, and you have these fancy schmancy Exmoor Trim Elite high back seats, and they're even better because there's bulkhead removal. So normally the bulkhead right here, we'll look at it from the back later, it comes up pretty tall. These seats you can get, see how it's cut out here, it goes around. You can get these seats further back, so if you're a bigger person, you can fit in here. That's one of the complaints. If that bulkhead's in the way and you put in these seats, or any seat, you're sitting pretty far upright. So you can get a lot more comfortable seating position out of this thing. Highly improved, and the seats are comfortable. They're heated, have lumbar support. So you also have a touch screen. That's the Sony flagship, I think it's the S9500. And then there's focal speakers. You have speaker pods in the rear corners back here, and then in the AC underneath. There are dual charging ports here. So you have one here and here with voltmeters on them. The alloy shift knobs. You have your heated seat switches here. We like placing them there because it's not going to jam up the dash, and it's kind of subtle. The taller cubby box we like putting in, it's padded on top. It's a little bit higher for you to sit your arm on, a little bit more comfortable. So short throw shift kit, and you can see usually the throw on these is pretty far. We'll go ahead and fire her up. So you have a glow plug, and you have the sticker overlay, so you can see in miles per hour what you're going speed wise, and you see the touchscreen boot up. You have a little puff of smoke like all the diesels when they fire up. We have the fueling turned up just a little bit on it. We can adjust it down, but we turn them up slightly so you can get a little bit more power out of them, but not overdo it where it's hurting your EGTs. You have a coin tray on top of the dash. I'm sorry, these do not have the display. They're just, there it is, I lied. So you have to push the button to get it there. This custom CNC center panel there. You can hear the AC compressor kick on, AC starting up. Go ahead and shut her down. So the side exit exhaust there, it's not too loud. It has the right note to it. You can see the back. What we did here on the top is we actually reconfigured this, and we used a marine grade Loxx tab. So when you came out of here, instead of the old rope where you had to untie the thing and roll it up and then get it out of the back, it's pain because you have to untie it, unstrap it. We just put these quick disconnect Loxx fasteners. I think they're like 10 bucks a piece. They're not cheap, but it's a lot better way to do it here on the rear. A lot more beneficial. Here's the box for the head unit, it goes with it. You have 4 rear tip-ups or jump seats, whatever you want to call them. We installed them, so they're brand new. Everything's black on the interior, so you have pretty good matching. And when you look here, you can see how far down that bulkhead is cut out versus coming to the side. It normally would sit up flush going across, so you can access your map pockets there and get an idea of underneath the cleanliness of the soft top. Going around, we did put new hinges on the rear and hardware when we got it. And you can see the spot welds going down the side of the body. Those are important because no one's gotten in there and struck it all with filler. Let's see, we'll go on the passenger side here. You have your aluminum pull, same thing. Mat system. Your upper dash is clean. Like I said, the visors are brand new. Well sorted Defender. We have over 40K worth of receipts of recent work that we went through to make sure this thing is good to go and road worthy. And we actually did part of the build for a customer, so he picked it up, and the reason he is not retaining it is because he got voted in his household by his daughter and his wife. I think that's the story. They wanted to keep her Jeep when she went to college and not his Defender, so It was either him give up some air-cooled Porsches and some Ducatis, or the Defender had to go. So he had it about 8 months, and made some of the upgrades. We did a lot of it here in-house. So we know the vehicle real well, and we can also get a hold of him if we have questions about what he did, but I don't think there's any other service besides our hands on it. He had it about 8 months in his possession. So it's had one owner here stateside. Yeah, so no chips in the windshield. It is a clean, ready to ride Defender. It looks good, it's sorted, it's been through. He drove it down to us from Charlotte, so it's been over the road multiple times. And there it is. If you want to see what we have around in here, like I said, we have a wide variety. You have an Isetta, a Piaggio Appi, a Lancia Fulvia, a K-Truck, a 3100, an Alfa Romeo, a Lancia Fulvia Fanalone, 427 Corvette, an 11,000 mile C4 6-speed, a supercharged manual transmission Jag, a Lancia Delta Integrale Evo 2. We have a 600 SEL with 15,000 original miles. That's a V8 manual transmission 100 series with 2UZ. This one's an automatic, an NAS, a V8, a V8. Toyota we're building the corner. Bunch more 90s. We like to keep the 90s stacked on the back wall because they're short. We can drive by them. At Disco 2, you got Fiat 500, a Ford RS 2000 that we're rebuilding the transmission on, and then it's going to market. There's only 55K original miles on here. A good 110 TD5. So we like to mix it up. We do have a full shop in back. We'll walk back there for a second. You kind of see what we're working on. And if you made it this far, you get a free surprise if you reach out. Only had one person redeem that. An old Ford F100. We're working on a Bronco, another V8 Defender. Just got the motor out of the Bronco. We have an FJ40, a 68442 undercover, a diesel Pajero, a TD5 Defender. We're doing performance upgrades, a V8 Defender, 300 TDI Renault 5 GT Turbo, a 300 TDI 110. You got some K-Trucks, a TD5 with performance build, an NAS, and we even have more out back. So now you've seen it. It's carcaveusa.com, 803-262-4742. My name is Chris.